Back in the 90s, if you can do this kick in one of your competition forms, you are a legend. What is it, you ask? It's the 540 kick. While mainly being a performance kick, it's slowly making its way into the world of combat. Yeah, like that. My name is Emon Rashid from Mick Jade Productions, and I'll be covering this knockout today based on the 540 kick. Before diving into this knockout, keep in mind this move is super risky, but as you all probably know, high risk, high rewards. I'll break down the video today into 3 parts. 1. How to do a basic 540. 2. Drilling it on pads to improve accuracy and power. And 3. Setting it up on a live person. Feel free to skip ahead to part 2 or something if you can already do a 540. If not, I'm going to start right now. Part 1. How to do a basic 540. A 540 kick is an advanced version of what's called a tornado kick, which is what you need to be able to do first. A basic tornado kick is when you take off one leg, kick with it, but land on the other leg. A 540 is when you take off one leg, kick with that leg, and land with the same leg. It takes a lot of strength and timing. But to be able to do any of these, we have to start with a basic offensive kick. An offensive kick is when you bring up one leg to fake the opponent, but then jump and switch kick with the other. Haha, idiot. While that being kind of an old school concept, it's not a bad idea. Start by just standing and lifting one leg. Jump and do a kick with the other leg. I like to kick with my right, so I'm lifting my left. You can do vice versa, obviously. But the guy in the video did a round kick and you're doing a crescent kick. Okay, for the sake of practice, start with a crescent kick like I'm doing, where I keep my toes pointed up and I just make a rainbow-like shape with my leg. Keep your back straight. Once you have that, just position your leg in front, turn behind your shoulder, lift the leg, and then jump and throw the offensive kick. It's the same exact kick, you're just switching feet and adding a half turn going the same direction as your kick. Once you get the hang of it, add some speed and fluidity. Make sure you always look forward when you kick. Don't look anywhere else because that's where your kick is going to go. Anyways, that's the tornado kick. Now, let's build the 540. A good drill to do to get that feeling of landing on your kicking leg is to swing your kicking leg straight up, jump, and then land on it. Do this a number of times to help you know how quick you really have to pull that leg down towards the ground. Another good drill is jumping off the kicking leg and landing on the kicking leg, but instead of throwing the kick, just hop over your lifting leg. This drill will help you understand the takeoff motion along with the twist into the landing. You can even do it with an extra half turn like we did earlier or with an extra step. Now, here's the hard part, doing the actual 540. At this point, you're working the full kick, so you just have to go for it. Make sure you focus on jumping up as opposed to trying to spin so you can have more air time. So aim that lifting leg really high so it can launch you and bring your kicking leg straight up and down. Because you're spinning, it might look like a circular kick, but it's actually, I'm just bringing my leg up and going straight down. Part 2, pad drills. Let's practice accuracy first. Start with a regular tornado crescent kick using the side of your foot to hit a lighter pad, something you can kick through. Once you got that, turn your hip over a little and use the top of your foot and make it a round kick. The round kick will give you more whip and power on your tornado kick, unlike the crescent. Okay, it's okay if you over rotate as long as you land smoothly. Now, if you're rolling your eyes at how unbelievably easy that is, try the 540. You still might want to use a light kicking paddle or even a piece of paper will work to practice this without hitting something too heavy just yet. Now, to practice power. If you need to, try going back to the basic offensive kick, but this time instead of a crescent kick, it's a round kick with your shin and instep. Right now, instead of me going for height, I'm just going for follow through. I'm not lifting my leg that high anymore, it's more like a small hop to the side. See how my lifting leg steps to the side? It's important to step past your target so you can kick through your target. If you got that, just do it with the tornado. This last drill was particularly fun, at least for me. I had a blast doing it. In this knockout, you can see that Shorty here just barely lifts up his leg, hops forward, and then slams his kicking leg really high into Tall Guy McGee's head, sacrificing all his balance for power, and then he just falls to the ground. The idea behind this is, while not impossible to kick someone with a regular tornado kick and, knocking them out, putting that leg down means putting some of your weight into that landing, which takes away power from the other leg, the kick. By hitting the target before you even land, much more of your weight transfers into the kick. So have fun with this one. Spin fast and really aim for that head. You have to focus on your instep hitting the bag mid-jump before you fall down. Don't fall simultaneously with the kick or else your power might go down into your fall rather than into the kick. Yeah, check out my face. I actually really surprised myself by how much more power I got. Alright, part 3, setting up the kick. And keep in mind from this point on, everything is a theory. There are no absolutes. Now, you can have the strongest kick in the world, but it does not matter unless you can hit the guy. So if you just wind up like a lot before, kicking, any experienced fighter might pick up on what's going on and just move to the side or something, and chances are, if this kick doesn't work the first time, it probably won't work the second time, at least not without changing your setup. So, Shorty here sets it up with a round kick to the body, kind of like that stepping motion from part 1, right? Making Tall Guy assume that Shorty will probably attack the body again. The real problem here though is that Tall Guy backs up and kind of relaxes his hands a little bit, trying to read Shorty's movement, not expecting anything really powerful to come in so soon. But Shorty quickly sets his leg down and uses a fast half turn and slams that kick into his head. You can kind of see that Tall Guy saw it coming, but he probably wasn't expecting it to go up so high that fast. Or maybe he just couldn't decide how to defend in that moment and used up his split second thinking too much. Also probably due to Shorty kicking the body and staying low throughout the lift and the jump. He doesn't jump super high, but his leg really gets up there. Now Shorty uses his initial kick like a meter, using it to create and to measure distance between him and Tall Guy. In that split second he decided that he had enough distance and he went for the kick. You can tell here when I do my first kick towards this hot girl that she backs up a significant amount, much more than Tall Guy does. You can already see that she kind of intends to back away even more. I'm not particularly kicking hard, but I still can't really reach her. So now, when you try it on someone, use that kick first to measure not just distance, but also their reaction. If you kick and they back up a lot, you probably need to cover more space with the 540. And if they don't back up at all, and maybe it looks like they were ready to take the kick and to counter, I'd say it might not work. But like I said, everything is a theory and you never know. That's why this kick is so risky. You know, Shorty might have just gotten lucky, but I'll leave that up to you guys. Anyway, thanks for watching, and thanks to David for letting me speak today, and for looking at my drawings. I love drawing martial arts. This is Emon Rashid wishing you guys happy training.